It's a struggle for them. It's a struggle for them. Because,
why is that though?
Because that's for them coming to terms of how they treated you or what they said to you.
Yeah.
And they probably don't want to face up to that.
Yeah.
Because now they probably realise, you know what, maybe just saying I love you wouldn't have been so bad.
But it's never too late.
But
and we're not even making them feel bad. It's just I understand, Mum, I understand, Dad, but can we not ever sit down and proper just have? Because I'm not gonna lie, there's like a gap in my. Probably, I don't know if this gap would ever get filled. Where it's like, I wish I could. You see the way me and you're sitting down, and talking about certain things with my mum.
You can't do that.
I wish I could do that.
You can't do that, and they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. And the only thing I would say to you is, you know what? You got to put things in the past. Sometimes you just got to bury things there, leave it there, and work on yourself and your family. So what you didn't get from your immediate family, you can now go forward and use that in your family. So now when you have your own family, okay, I didn't get this from my parents, but you know what? I'm going to make sure my kids get it.
Yeah.
And that's the only way. And that is the only way. A lot of us want that conversation with, we're not going to get it.
That's what I've done now.
We're not going to get it. And this another battle, especially like I said, the young black guys. I just feel so sorry because it's a journey and they're just fighting. And I love to say to them, the answer you're looking for is never going to happen.
I'm not going to lie, nobody's ever said that to me like that. I've always, you see through this conversation, like in my head, because I've always had this mentality of, you know, like a movie, like where you have certain, obviously, you know, like some scenes within a movie, and towards the end of the movie or whatever, you have certain things that make sense. I've always thought, at least, you know, like to not say too much. With my dad, I feel like obviously I gave up a long time ago, but with my mum, I've up till this second, I've always thought maybe one day we'll even be like maybe somewhere back in Uganda, in my country, sitting down or whatever, and finally just having a deep conversation and just talking about certain things. Once again, to not make her feel bad or whatever, to just
I'm a realistic person.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I don't know much about your family.
Yeah.
But I will say to you, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Once you start having that conversation, she's probably gone through stuff in her life.
Yeah.
And that will now bring up. So if she has to go back there, it brings up a whole lot of other emotions. She doesn't want to go back there. You know, not just you, but other things that might have happened to her. Yeah. So it's too hurtful and it's too painful.
I understand.
So you saying, I want some answers, you're not going to get them.
Yeah, I never got any answers.
You wouldn't get them. And I will say to everybody, you know what? Bury it, put it in the past, but going forward, with your own family, that's when you can change things.
100%. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it is a sad state of affair. It is sad because there's a lot of, young black men out there hurting, and this is a lot of things. They're taking their frustration out on everybody else.
Moving on from one girl to another, like you said
earlier. Because they've never been taught about a relationship. Yeah. They've never been taught, and this is where my son says, like, a woman can't raise a man. You need a man to say, look, this is how you treat a woman. This is what you do. You don't just jump from one to this and that. You need somebody of that caliber to teach them. And said, there's enough of us, but we're going wrong. We're going down the wrong path. And it's sad. And it's sad. I would love to preach more. So like your situation where I'm looking for answers. And I'll just be with you. You're never going to get that answer. You know, and that is me, well, how things are.
Yeah. I was told that by